Morning. It's Tuesday, 3:30 a.m. I beat my time out from yesterday. Not bad. So kind of my routine every single morning is I get up. I don't lay in bed. Maybe in the first day of my wake up before the sun rises thing, I laid in bed, but I don't lay in bed. I typically get straight up. Sometimes I'll be conscious enough to say, thank you, God, for allowing my body to move, and thank you for giving me a wonderful day. But I'll get up, get some water, and then I'll plug my phone in to a loud stereo system, and I'll listen to something, and it'll reverberate through the house because it's so loud. I think my neighbors can hear it, honestly. And this morning I was walking around and I was listening to a particular thing with regards to discipline, self-discipline, with regards to integrity, goals, dreams, ambitions, and it's crazy. And I don't think a whole lot of people know this, and I got to be honest, until I surrounded myself with a specific person who really brought these things to life, I didn't know how true it was. But what we heard yesterday, if we continue to develop our mind and our growing and our mentality, what we learned yesterday isn't going to sound the same today, and it's because the mind is now starting to conceive, believe differently. And as I was listening this morning, I was really surprised by how many people have confirmed and said the same thing with regards to where you want to be at in life. Whether it's in your health, whether it's in your finances, with your family, whatever the case may be, the commonality is the same. And some of the commonality is you have to do the work. The work is typically what stops people from, getting to where they want to go. That's the truth of the matter, because you don't start seeing automatic results. If you don't put in the time and effort, you don't see any results. And I have to really be honest right now and say there's been times, had it not been for the fact that I completely gave into faith and said, I'm just going to give into this process. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to go against it. There's too many forces saying that this is the direction that you have to go in if you want to get to where you're going to go. But I have to be honest right here, right now, and say that there has been times when I've questioned it and said, are you sure I'm making the right turns? Because, see, for my life and my map is not going to be the same as everybody else. The only commonality in success is the work that has to be done in order to achieve it. Hard work will bring about results no matter what you do. And if there's a particular vision that you have for your life, some way, somehow, the laws of nature start gravitating and pushing you in that direction. It's almost like if you think about your life and you think about doing the work is a lot like a flow of a flowing river. If you get in that river, meaning the river is now your work, for some way, somehow, the laws of gravity start pushing it in a direction that it is automatically gravitating to flow towards, whether it be a big body of water, whether it be something going downhill, like a waterfall. Either way, you're going to be propelled in that position. But had I not had the knowledge of all these different individuals who have gained extreme success, maybe my doubt would have actually stopped me in my track at some point in time. But I'm surprised every single day. I really am. I'm surprised, and I think that's what still gives me a joy about life, is the fact that as long as I continue to learn, even some of the same things that I've already went over, some of the same materials that I've already read, some of the same materials that I've already heard, become like fresh drinks of water every single day because I'm constantly evolving, I'm constantly growing my mind. It surprised me. I was getting ready this morning and I had listened to this a million times, and it gave me some new perspective, some new ideas. It gave me another refreshed look at life. It had actually, without me knowing consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously, it had laid out the foundation of the different steps I've been taking to get to where it is that I want to go. And as I'm listening to it, I started saying, wow, yesterday I was contemplating why my life isn't where it wants to be. And it was a heavy contemplation, because part of that contemplation had to do with, am I taking the right steps to get to where I got to go? Well, I'm listening to the right people, so I assume I'm taking the right steps. But today gave me a different outlook. This morning gave me a different outlook on that, and it said, whether you're taking the right steps or not, you're moving in the right direction. You're doing the things that you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. It's slow progression. And then I started thinking about it, and I said, boy, I've never had dreams of my life being simple or small. By no means. Anybody that knows me knows that I've if I truly put my mind to something, I've done it. Everything. This just happens to be another level of that. Everything. I can't remember something I started and did not finish. I cannot remember something that I wanted I did not get. I know for a fact in my life I've made over $1 million. I know for a fact. I don't have the million, but I know that I have. And I know as young as I can remember, I always said I wanted to be a millionaire. Now my goals now is to make sure I have millions in the bank, that I have a net worth of millions. But don't get it misconstrued, because inside of those goals is also the ability to be the biggest contribution to my church, to be able to help the homeless, to be able to help children or kids who grew up in inner cities and have certain disadvantages that don't allow them to take advantage of life. What I realized this morning, I'll leave you on this note, with what I want, there's going to come a need for a great deal of discipline. And I have to be honest with myself and say, do I embody 100% of the discipline I need to handle the responsibility of what I really, really want? And I have to say, not right now. But today, I will keep working on it. I will keep developing that discipline, because the things that I want are going to come with a lot of responsibility. See, I've directly correlated discipline and responsibility with each other, and that with lack of discipline comes lack of responsibility. Handling a lot of money comes with a lot of responsibility, because there's a lot of people who are going to depend on you. Handling a big corporation comes with a lot of discipline, because if you don't have the discipline, the corporation's not going to run right. You're going to have to make sure that you have the discipline in order to get the chance for the responsibility. Nobody's going to give you a raise. Nobody's going to give you a promotion in your job if you can't exercise enough discipline in the position that you're in. God is no different than that. He's not going to promote you based on your bad deeds, based on your lack of effort, based on your lack of vision. It doesn't work that way. See, the way I'm talking today is not the way I was talking yesterday, because today I've evolved a little bit further as a result of making sure that I am embodying what it is that I want. But it's strange how what I heard yesterday doesn't sound the same today. I'm on my way to the gym. I beat my time from Monday. I feel good. I'm going to have my ups. I'm going to have my downs. I'm going to always have problems, but it's how I deal with those problems. It's Sometimes I'm going to sound excited. Sometimes I'm going to sound sad. Sometimes I'm going to sound extremely enlightened. Sometimes I'm going to sound like the biggest idiot in the world. But what I'm learning is, even when I think I may not be making the right decision, as long as I'm making a decision, the flows of that river automatically will gravitate me once I get in, which is my decisions, which is my action, which is my work. It will gravitate me and push me in the direction that I need to be in. So the only thing that really matters is, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to even get in the water and let it take you where it needs to go? God bless. Stay up.